Hello and welcome to my vintage audiophile channel, and welcome to my 41st video. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Rotel RSX-1055 surround sound receiver. It is a 5.1 channel receiver, but it has outputs on the back that you could add two more amplifiers, 2-channel amplifiers, so that you could upgrade it to 7.1 sound, and that is the way it's advertised. When they put it out, it came out around 2002-2003 vintage, and the CD player that's on top of it is one I've already reviewed at the previous video, and that's the RCC-1055, which came out around 2002 also, and they made them till about 2005. That is an HD CD player compatible, and but today I'm just going to focus on the receiver itself. Rotel is one of those brands that probably a lot of people never heard of, except if you're a diehard audiophile. Rotel is kind of a boutique type of company. They make stuff that's more for home theater, commercial install applications, for like if you have a dedicated home theater room set up, or you know, that type of genre. They have a lot of different things on the back. This one is, they consider future-proof because it has a spot in the back where you can hook up a cable and hook up to the internet and update the software so that it's never grows old, so they say. This one has 75 watts a channel, times 5 when you're in the surround sound mode. If you're in standard 2-channel mode, it's 100 watts per channel and 8 ohms. The specs spec out at 0.09% total harmonic distortion, and 10 hertz to 20,000 kilohertz for frequency response. Not bad numbers. And this one has the RDS built in, so that when you're on FM channel, if it's supported on the particular channel listen to, it'll scroll the name of the station, name of the artist, and name of the song that's playing. It also has Dolby Digital EX and 3-channel stereo, as well as DTS ES and DSP, and it has DTS Neo 6, and of course it has standard 2-channel, so it is a very versatile particular model. I've never really monkeyed with the software updates in it, so I don't know if they update to other formats as well that are more modern. This was a pretty well regarded, well received, and very up to the minute type of a receiver when it came out. It had all the latest tricks and gadgets in it, and you can see that this part of it, besides the display and the power button, is relatively devoid of things besides the telling different things. And this is also HD CD compatible too, so that if you do use your HD CD disc that you may have, it will play really good in here. And it has basically a lot of different buttons, band for AM and FM, tuning up and down. It has like 30 presets that you can preset to it. A direct, if you want to put in the channel directly, which to me is something I don't care to do, and a mono stereo button for your FM broadcasts. memory button to set your presets, and it has a whole lot of different inputs in it. It has CD, tuner, tape, and video 1 through 5. Down the bottom, besides the previous mentioned buttons for the different surround sources, it also has a multi-input button, a dynamic range button, a zone button for zone 2 type of stuff, and then a record button so that you can record off of any of the sources up here onto whatever you have hooked up as far as like a tape deck to record off of. The back has got a lot of different pretty comprehensive buttons on it. It has 12-volt triggers. It has of course your standard stuff, your standard RCA jacks, coaxial jacks, digital jacks. Of course, it's got your jacks for accepting bare wire or banana plug wire for your speakers. And it, like I say, it has quite a few different things. It does not have HDMI on it, but there are adapters you can get that'll plug into standard type of jacks and convert it to HDMI. I've never really got into that part of it, so I don't know if it'll actually up convert to a 1080 type of thing, or if it just passes through whatever the resolution is in that particular jack you're using. That's something I need to explore, but that's somewhere down the road. I've got a few other receivers that have HDMI, so I'm in no big hurry to do it. The reason I keep this one around is because it is so versatile and it sounds great. Like I say, it's made for professional type of applications. This was probably about a $3,000 receiver when it first came out, with the CD player being upwards around $1,000. Right now you can get them for well under that, of course, because they are on the old side, but almost approaching vintage, but they are still very nice. I do have another Rotel CD player, which is even older than the one I have here, and that one is from the early 90s, and the reason I like that one is because it has the much vaunted 1841 DAC chip in it, which has a really almost tube-like quality to it. Really makes the any disc you play sound better than it will on other CD players. But in the meantime, there is a big volume button down here, which has a very smooth feel to it. I'm going to just turn up the volume just a little bit on this briefly so that you can see that it does work. And I have it in a 2-channel stereo right now, but I've got 5 speakers set up for surround sound, so that if I were to play it in any other genre as far as surround goes, those speakers would be enabled too. So I'll just turn this up a little bit. And you can see it works.
Not like I'm stuck to the couch all day either. With Xfinity Stream app,
before leaving your home, nothing but zero rep.
Try Vicks Pure Z's.
At amazing events. These are
And
difficult
as you can
times,
see, it does
especially
work.
if you're single. But events and adventures.
I have an AM antenna hooked up to it, but I don't really ever listen to AM, so, and most receivers don't do a very good job on AM. I'm just going to do a quick scan here and see if it does stop on any AM channels. And this time of night when all the signals are cut, it is not showing any AM channels that are strong enough to be able to come in. Much better in the light of day. So I'm going to put it back on to tuner for a moment here. And then I'm going to try the CD player and see what that sounds like. Just an old recording from a long time ago, just to show you what it sounds like. But it does play. It's not a HD CD particular disc, otherwise there would be a red light here that lights up. But as you can see, they both work. They work good. They work good together. They're both 1055 models. They both came out at the same time. It's kind of like a matching pair. Rotel is very much into receivers, amps, and preamps. They haven't made any CD players for a while, for at least a good 12, 13 years. But then a lot of places, a lot of manufacturers don't make them anymore either. But they do make a lot of high quality stuff that is really expensive, at least in my estimate. Not because of it's too expensive for the quality, it's just I can't afford that kind of stuff. If I could afford it, I probably would buy some of the stuff, because some of the stuff is really amazing. And the remote I have for this works pretty good. It has a button on the side you can push to light up the whole thing, so you can see the letters in the dark. And it also it's not the original remote. This is an RC-1061, which I was able to find. Not all that easy to find, but I found one. The original one came with a RC-969, which has crapped out on me, and so I had to find something else. Nice thing about this remote is it is programmable for different models of Rotel. So I was able to punch in the 1055 receiver and CD player into here. So now it controls both the receiver and the CD player, which makes it really nice to have, as opposed to not having any remote at all. As you'll notice, this is on video 2, and the reason that is because I need to bring this in for servicing. The CD and tape connections on the back do not work. I think it might be a cold solder joint or something, but all the video 1 through video 5 do work. So I've got this hooked up to video 2 for my CD player. I don't have anything else hooked up on the back right now because I'm just concentrating on these 2 units, so that we can demonstrate them. But if I do want to connect up other things, I've still got another 4 inputs that I can connect up to. This doesn't come with a phono input. I don't believe that Rotel has made a record player for probably about 40 years, so they had no reason to put one on, I guess, because otherwise they'd be supporting other people's brands instead of their own. But if you have a standard preamp little thing that you can hook up to your turntable, and you can hook it up into any of the inputs like video 1 through 5, and you can play your turntable through here. And I have done that, and the sound is amazing, because it's a good receiver to begin with. So it really brings out the music. The pairs of speakers I'm using are two JBL E30s, which I've reviewed before in other videos, and the Optimus LX5, which I've done an extensive review on one of my videos for, as well as just a generic Yamaha center channel. Nothing special about that one, just something you would find in one of those complete all-in-one systems. But it does a trick for these purposes. I'm just going to stop this right now. And so that is my little demonstration of the Rotel. If you like what you see, as you can see, this here is all solid aluminum with aluminum little things here that emulate like rack handles. They only did that in one or two of their series of models. After that, they just did a normal straight across before and after. I kind of am partial to the rack handle look, so that's why I have this particular models. But like I say, it doesn't add any difference to the quality of the units. It's just a design feature. So if you liked what I presented here today, please leave a comment liking my video. Please feel free to leave any comments you may have, whether they be positive or negative, letting me know if you too have one of these, or if you've wanted one of these. Please subscribe to my channel, and please feel free to text me, or I should say email me at any time. I will always answer your questions, or your kind words, or your unkind words, if that happens to be what it is. But until next time, have a great day, continue to stay safe, and I'll see you next time when I present my 40-second video. Thank you, have a good day, and bye-bye.